All right, what's up, guys? Today I want to talk about Bolverk, the water lightning emperor thing that is, widely considered to be a Molong replacement. I want to look at him compared to the one we all get, Beliger, that we looked into a couple days ago. Then I want to show some Bolverk gameplay in action. Not mine, but one I faced in RTA. So let's take a look at Bolverk first. Attacks the enemy, steals a beneficial effect. First skill, great skill, especially since it combos with second skill, learn knowledge. Passive on a second skill, kind of interesting. Gains knowledge by the number of granted beneficial effects when you or an enemy is granted beneficial effects. So he is powering that up by stealing beneficial effects, and then he's getting a knowledge for any person that gets a beneficial effect when you or an enemy. So that's how that works. And then here's the Molong skill, the kind of Molong killer people are saying. Decreases the current HP of the enemy target by 10% for every knowledge you have. If you have 5, decreases the target's max HP by 50% instead. After that, heals all enemies by the decreased HP. This skill can be used when you have at least one knowledge, so that's pretty great. The heal, along with the 50% nuke, with no negative for him. Like, Molong has a big negative for him, doesn't have a heal, and the nuke is bigger. So, compared to the Beliger, the gains knowledge of the number of granted beneficial effects when you're granted with beneficial effect, and 3 knowledge when an enemy or ally gets defeated. So he's only when he buffs himself, or when he gets a buff, and then when an enemy is defeated. So Bolverk, by contrast, is when you get one or the enemy gets one. Leader skill is a HP guild leader skill, really good for guild. So that's kind of what he's got going on. I want to look at this RTA match that I fought and talk through it a little bit against a Bolverk. I think that it'll be really instructive to kind of see how he functions in the wild, so to speak. So let's take a look. We'll pause it at the pick ban because I want to talk about it a little bit, if we can. I guess we can't really pause it. So I start with Molong. That's my normal first pick. He goes Gani Yonhong, which is totally frightening, and now I know where his red stars came from. I counter with my other damage dealer, Oki. He goes Raki to counter my Perna, Vanessa, and then we see the Bolverk last pick. So let's talk about the picks a little bit. All right, we'll let him gain his knowledge. So he got 3 knowledge for the buff on him, the buff on me, and the other buff on him, right? So he got my will buff from Vanessa, which is really cool that he gets buffs from will. Like, if you're facing a will team, I mean, that's pretty helpful. If I was will shield, that'd be even better for him. So he starts out at 3, and 1/3 of that due to me. But the Elsharian pick here is strange because there's not going to be any buffs this whole match. My thinking was I would bring Elsharian to counter Wusa, but then his Bolverk, like, final pick made me want to see what happens when he has literally no buffs on either side. Because in theory, that should shut him down. If there's no buffs, he's not going to gain stacks, and he's just going to sit there doing nothing. He can't even steal buffs. He's just going to literally do nothing. The other reason I like the Elsharian pick in general is because he brings a defense break. So if they want to ban out my Vanessa, I still have a second defense break, which is super huge. So I open the match trying to get trying to get Raki. So what just happened there? Let me go through that real quick. Trying to get Raki buff removed. He succeeded. My whole team got will. So he gained from that the will. I got will, he got a stacks. So that's unfortunate, but that's kind of how it goes. So now he's sitting at 5. I defense break the Raki, and I get the kill with Perna, which is kind of how my teams are supposed to work. I'm supposed to somehow remove buffs, whether it's Elsharian, Ethna, whoever. Remove buffs, defense break target, kill target. Boom, boom, boom. That's turn 1. I want to go 4-on-3 right away. And we do it. So in most cases, we'd be in a really good spot here. 3-on-4, full HP on both sides is fine, but he's at 5 stacks. So he does Forbidden Galder on Vanessa, nukes her out to 50%, no negatives on their team. They seal my Perna, and then the Yonhong starts nuking and going nuts. Do you see that interaction? The Yonhong buffing the Gani to full, the Gani resetting the Yonhong, and then the Yonhong getting to go again. That's obnoxious. That's such obnoxious interaction. Just really shows the power of both Gani and Yonhong in a combo. Like, they just keep tossing it back and forth to themselves. So now she's fully reset. She keeps nuking away. Gains an additional turn. And now Vanessa's in trouble. We get the stun with Oki. Don't quite get the kill. Get another defense break. So this is my another chance to kill. I only get kind of one shot at it because she'll buff her way out of it. She'll take a turn, buff someone else, get another turn, and she'll be no longer defense broken. Get a little damage in. Not quite enough. She charges Vitality. Nice proc. He cools down my Perna again. I don't know if that's the right choice or not, but it's never really a bad thing. And she nukes. By the way, can we talk about how ridiculous that Yonhong can glance on first skill, buff remove, and attack bar increase all in one on the second skill. Also a nuke, and then do all the things her third skill does. Like it's such a amazing kit in one monster. Like the nuke is a problem. Like she shouldn't be able to nuke, but she's a nuker. It's crazy. Anyway, rant. That was a little rant. So now we're sitting on full on Bolverk doing nothing, which is exactly what I want to have happen. I don't think there's any negative in going after the Yonhong here. The Yonhong is gonna make this team go like crazy. Like here they did that same combo again. It's just the amount of turns they get for one monster's turn is insane. So they're working away on Perna. The Bolverk's never going to get another charge here because unlike the Baileygr, it's not when things die, so he doesn't get a charge. Now we're sitting at 3-2. We're thinking, okay, we shut down the Bolverk, what we wanted to do. We're just going to get Yonhonged, right? Because he's just going to take more turns, but we'll see. Get a nice stones. Get some turn bar there. I mean, Oki's can't be discounted. I mean, the way he can go into a full stun into a second turn is pretty sweet. The defense break, though, so crucial. If she procs here, we lose. She doesn't proc. So now we're 2-on-2. This really will show the kind of impotence of Bolverk without any buffs. Like, he will never do his OP skill. It has no cooltime, but it also needs a condition to work. You take away the condition, suddenly you're looking a lot better. Now, I took a defense break. He didn't. That will probably influence the match in a major way. Yeah. Because we get the kill, and now Bolverk's just sitting there. Like, there's nothing he can do. He's never going to get another buff. He's got a defense break against him. And we're going to pull this one out. So, I don't know. I think it's all about kit efficiency, you know? I think if he did not bring... we'll just put the picks up here, just so we can talk about him while we're looking at it. He did not bring a defense break other than Raki, and the fact that I was able to turn one kill Raki... super, super important to that match. I think if he wants... It's tough, because Bolverk doesn't quite bring the kit that Molong does, you know? Like, Molong doesn't need a certain state on the board to do his nuke. I mean, he has to heal back up afterward, but there's nothing that says he can't do his nuke when it's cooled down, whereas Bolverk, he's completely shut down if there's no buffs. And Bolverk doesn't have a defense break. Molong does. I think that's cannot be underestimated. A consistent defense break leads to wins early, mid, and late game in RTA. And then the stun on Molong I also like quite a bit. So I think Bolverk is good. I think you put anything with the Yonhong and it's good. I think you put a Molong with the Yonhong and I think it's better because you're healing for the nuke. The nuke comes up like clockwork. I mean, how do you fit Bolverk in a team with 2 buffers and 2 defense breaks? I don't know that that's a team you can make. Maybe it is. I don't know. To me, I still think Molong is a better monster than Bolverk personally. I mean, I've only encountered him a couple times, but there's ways to shut him down in ways that you can't shut down Molong. Like, you see a Bolverk, you're not worried about getting AoE stun stripped, right? So, I don't know. I think final thoughts on Bolverk as a result of this match is I'd take a Molong every day, you know? As long as you can bring some sustain. I think Molong covers more bases in RTA than Bolverk does. I think he's a really good monster. I think he will be relevant in some comp that someone will come up with that's amazing. But I don't think he's a Molong killer personally. I think Molong is still kind of the class of RTA. So hope this is interesting, kind of breaking down this new monster in an RTA setting. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I will catch y'all next time. Take care, everybody.